Hi, Jason with Precision here. Came across a really good basement to show you some different styles and types of cracking that can occur in a foundation. This happens to be a block foundation, but this is pretty uniform in other types of foundations, whether it be concrete or any type of masonry. So let's turn the camera around and I'll show you some different types of cracks. Okay, so this home had a couple of different styles and types of cracks, and I thought it'd be a great way to show you what to look for, either whether you're having a home inspection or you're doing a walkthrough when you're buying a home. So here's a few different types of cracks, and I'll give you some explanations on what they are and stuff. So if we come over to this first crack here, you can see a vertical crack basically. This vertical crack runs right from the top of the foundation all the way to the bottom. Typically when you see a vertical crack like this with no ascending or descending closure or opening in it, then what this typically means is that it's a shrinkage crack. So basically when this block was laid, these mortar joints were set, after the block and the mortar starts to dry out, they shrink a little bit and it creates a nice vertical crack up and down through here. You'll see this a lot in concrete foundations. Typically what they'll do is they'll put a control joint every 10 to 20 feet to control that, and then they'll fill it with some type of sealant, silicone or some caulking or something like that. So this vertical crack is very minor right now, the shrinkage crack, and you're just going to need to patch and monitor this one here. So if we swing over here to the corner, here's another type of crack that you may see. So what we have here is a crack that starts basically in this corner here, in this corner, and then you can see it running up through here at an angle, and as we get to the top, it's getting a little wider here. So this is a very early start to this crack, but typically what a crack like this means is that you have some settlement in this corner of the foundation. So basically this wall is dropping or shifting or pushing to the outside, and you're getting some opening on this wall and some movement. Again, this crack is very at the start. You can see very little minor here, and then as you get up wider here, up in here, it's still not much movement, but still something to investigate and to look and to have somebody come in and give you an idea of why this may be happening. And then one last crack, if we swing down over into here, this is the one that you, especially in block foundations or any type of masonry foundations, concrete, you're going to want to look for this. And basically what you see here is a horizontal mid-wall crack. So if you look right here, you can see a very minor crack, and if you go over to this pier here, you'll see how we have a mid-wall crack happening right here. So basically what's happening here is with a horizontal mid-wall crack, you have saturated soil on the outside of the home, and what that saturated soil is doing is basically during freeze-thaw, it's pushing with hydrostatic pressure against the foundation, and it's creating a mid-wall crack. That typically means that there's poor drainage on the outside, or you have some downspouts or gutters that are leading right towards the foundation, but you need to get that solved and get that taken care of. Again, right now this crack is very minor. If we swing over here, we care about cracks. I typically care about cracks where there's movement of more than 1/4 inch. So basically, to give you an idea, about the width of my pinky. So if I can put my pinky in there, or if there's movement, bulging more than 1/4 inch, then that's when I would care. Right now this is very minor, but it needs to be addressed, and somebody needs to patch this and then handle any drainage issues that may be on the outside. So just a few little cracks that I thought it's a good foundation to show you some different cracking here. Again, when you're doing your walkthroughs or when you're doing with your inspector, just look for those things when you're in the basement, and when you're or if you're looking at homes, and to give you a better idea and a better understanding. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me at 607-426-6242, or you can always visit my website at www.precisioninspect.com for more great information. Thank you.